Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, so for a while now I've been trying to get a video made on how I personally sharpen my tomahawks, my hatchets, my axes, or my machetes, the things that do not require an absolute razor sharp edge, but at the same time it is kind of nice to have them sharp enough to where they will shave a little hair off your arm. The reason for this video is mainly because of the Coldsteel products. The Coldsteel hawks, for example, are absolutely horrible when it comes to sharpness straight from the factory. For some reason, the factory thinks that if they leave these things butter knife dull, that it's okay. I do not get it at all. I don't know why they can't put forth just a little bit more effort and put a nice edge on these things. So people try to do this with a file and everything else, and that's the prime way to sharpen these objects. I understand that, but you know what? I don't feel like investing that much time in sharpening these things. So I'm going to show you guys a very quick and easy way that I sharpen these. And like I said, it's very quick, and most people have these items or can readily get these items from any hardware store. So right in front of you I have the Coldsteel Frontierhawk. Now unfortunately I've already started modifying this bit, and it's actually already been sharpened. So I'm going to have to dull this thing down right quick, and we will go from there. So let me just dull this down a little bit. Grab this Lansky's diamond rod. I'm going to use this just because I don't really like this, so I don't care if it gets damaged. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to dull this thing up a little bit. Sad part is I'd actually have to work really hard to get this bit as dull as it came from the factory. Okay. It's dull. You can see that I'm putting pressure on my hand there. I would not do that if it was sharp in any way. Okay, so let me get set up. We'll go from there. Okay, so when everybody found out that I was using a hand drill to do this, everybody was very... basically, they were wondering what in the hell I was talking about. So let me show you. Gonna need a drill. Okay, you can use a .co if you'd like. In fact, that's going to play a little bit of a part here in just a little bit. Use an angle grinder, anything kind of like that. Next thing you're going to need to do is go to your local hardware store and pick up one of these. Just a little sanding pad. This particular one came with various different grits. The grit that I have in here right now I think is about 600. This is a tried and true method. This is the way that I have done all of them so far, and it works. The only thing I don't like about it is if you'll watch whenever I operate the drill, you'll see that this thing wobbles a little bit, and that can cause some problems in the way it sharpens your blade. I haven't had any problems, but I've thought of a different method that I'm going to try for the first time today. But watch. See that slight bit of wobble? It's never caused me any problems. I still get everything very sharp, but I'm going to try something a little new today. So, instead of one of these at your hardware store, Lowe's, any place like that, you can get these little things here. And it's just a .co quick pad release. And I just got a little disc pad here. Put that in there. We're going to slap that in there, and we're going to try this for the first time. And actually, you know what? Even this has a little bit of wobble to it now that I watch it. You know what? Even that's got some wobble to it. And being that this is a more aggressive grit, I'm going to go ahead and use this. Okay, now, just like when you sharpen a knife, and, you know, say for example, if I was going to attempt to sharpen this on this, I would take and I would go blade towards me, like so. You're going to do the same thing on that. So you're going to need to either turn your drill in the forward position or the reverse position and get it to where your sanding pad turns onto your blade. Just run it real slow, and right now I can see that it's going up. So it's going in the opposite or the wrong direction. I want to put it in reverse. Now it's turning to the left. It's going to be going onto the blade. That's what I want. I don't want to roll my edge over. I want to roll it down. Okay? So I'm going to hit start. I'm going to find my angle, and I'm just simply going to roll it over with my hand, flip it over, and flip it over, and continue that process. Again, dull, 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 dull. Now another thing, you'll notice that I'm not going to be in it for very long. I do not want to heat this thing up and mess with the temper. If you plan on getting in it for a little bit, you know, for a long time, keep a little bit of a bowl of water around to keep this thing cool, okay? Okay, now you're only going to get it so sharp with this grit. Okay, you're going to have to work your way up. But this will get it into the ballpark to where now we can start putting it on a regular stone and get it to the next step. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to this little Smith's tri-hone. It's got a coarse, medium, and then a fine. And I'm going to go to the coarse side, and I'm going to go ahead and touch up this edge a little bit. And it's starting to get pretty dang sharp. Now, I haven't been counting, but I generally go, 10 to 15 times on each side. And I'm pretty sure that this thing it might take care. Let me see. It's just starting to take care. Not quite, but it's just starting to. So I'm going to work on this just a little bit more. Okay guys, now once I get it to where it will start taking the hair off, if I want to go any sharper than that, which I typically do not do with my hawks and things like that, because I'm going to put these things to some big time use, and I really don't want to risk chipping the blade more so than what I already am risking chipping the blade. But if I did want to take it a step further at that point, I could go ahead and use a ceramic rod, or like a Fall Niven DC4 or something like that, ceramic stone. One of the things I really like is just my old antique steel. This thing really puts a good final edge on on things. So I'm going to go ahead and run it on this for a few strokes and see what we can get. And I actually got it just a little sharper than what I prefer. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, it's sharp. You can go sharper if you want, but you don't need to. Nice clean edge. I know all you knife makers out there expected it to be nice and butchered, but it's not. So, anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, you can really cut down the time that it takes to sharpen these hawks with just a few minor tools such as that. So anyway, again, hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, have a good one guys.